Hello and welcome to Growing Older and Wiser. I'm Krista Gibson. Today I have a little bit of a story and mostly I have a suggestion. So here's kind of the setup to my story. What I've noticed as people get older is we tend to get more and more set in our ways. We tend to be a little bit more stubborn. Now, even when we're children, you can see that there's some children who are automatically stubborn from day one. And there's those who aren't, who just kind of go with the flow and, okay, they do what they're told and it's no big deal. But I have noticed in my work with seniors, as well as in myself and people I know in my life, that as we grow older, there's something that happens. And I think it has to do with the fact that we've lived so long and we've had so many situations and we've been through so many different things that when someone makes a suggestion or somebody shares information with us, we tend to dig in our heels because kind of like, don't tell me what to do. I know what to do. And I'm deliberately using the word stubborn, and I know it's a harsh word, but it's the word that fits. And it really does work. So here's the story that I want to share with you. And it has to do with my sister, who is now in hospice, although she's ambulatory, and she has hospice workers come in and so on and so forth. I have been talking with her on the phone for, almost every day for, the last 10 years, because her physician was afraid she might fall and wanted somebody to check in on her every day. So I couldn't go running there every day, but I could certainly call, and if she didn't answer at the appointed time, I had neighbors and friends I could call for her. So I've been doing that for a very long time. Well, we take a few days off every week, and one day I got a phone call from the CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant, who was there to help my sister that day. And she told me a story, and she said that when she got there at the appointed time, my sister didn't answer the door, and ultimately she didn't know what was going on with my sister, so she ended up calling. They called the police, they called the medics, and all these people. They finally got into the house to find my sister on the floor in the garage. She had fallen. And she had basically spent the night there. Now, the good part of this story is she was fine. She didn't break anything, thank goodness. Didn't hit her head, so on and so forth. The negative to this story is, of course, that she laid there all night. And she lives in the Northwest. It was chilly. She didn't have her shoes on. So here's the part that I need to get to with you, which is that, myself and other people have tried to tell my sister she needs a life alert. Where, just in case you fall, you live alone, you have your little dog, but what can your little dog do, right? No, I have a phone and I always have it with me. To which, once my sister told me this story, I said, well, you didn't have your phone? Well, no, it's too heavy to carry it around. Okay. She's unsteady right now, so she's been given a walker. She didn't like her walker. Told them that, so they gave her a different walker. And she told me, I don't like it either. So I just use 2 canes and I get around the house just fine. Well, 2 canes is not equal to a walker. And that is what she was using when she fell on the cold cement floor. My sister had been given information, and this is the part I'm coming to you with. My sister had been given information that there were certain things that she needed to do for her own safety and well-being. She ruled them out because she felt she knew better, and she didn't want somebody telling her what to do. I learned years ago I never tell her what to do, but I'm always hopeful that a medical professional talking to her can get through. Well, in order for them to get through, she had to fall and be alone on a cold garage floor all night until the next day. I believe it was 10 or 11 in the morning by the time somebody showed up and got her out. So the CNA told me, I said, well, she said, well, we're going to have her wear a life alert. We're going to make sure she's using her walker. We're going to put a lockbox on the house. She said, if we have your permission. I said, of course, and you have her permission, that's fine. So that if she doesn't answer the door, we can get a key and get in right away and not have to go through waiting for the medics and everybody to show up. I said, fine. But I said, here's the deal. I said, good luck. because I said, I'm almost 77 and I know I am very stubborn. I can be, not always, but I can be. But I said, if there was a national contest in this country for who is the most stubborn at all, my sister would win that contest hands down. So I said, just know going in that's what you're facing. And she said, oh, I hear you. And, we commiserated a bit. And it dawned on me, why do we do that to ourselves? Why? We put ourselves in a situation where we're not only perhaps uncomfortable, we're actually in danger. My sister could have hit her head. She could have broken her hip, or God knows what else, a rib, and laid there in that kind of pain just because she wasn't willing to carry her phone or wear a life alert. And I get it. As we get older, there's things that people suggest we do, like use a cane, use a walker, maybe in some cases use a scooter or a wheelchair. And we don't want to do it. You know why I think that is? Because we have to face the fact that we are growing older. We have to face the fact that we are losing some of the mobility, some of the positive parts of ourselves that we've celebrated for years, perhaps are lessening. And rather than being able to sit down and go, okay, Krista, you gotta face it. You're not working in a machine shop anymore like when you were 20 and you could lift 100 pounds chest high, no problem, right? You can't stay up over 24 hours and still function. You've grown older, and guess what? You can now grow wiser. It is wise to take those decisions, and those suggestions that are made to you. It is wise to use things that can help us and make our life safer and easier. Now, none of this may apply to you. You might still be robust and healthy as can be and no issues. That is fabulous. And you may never face any of this. My message today is this. Yes, we have a lot of experience. Yes, we know a lot of things. But you know what? We don't know everything. And there are people who can help us. There are people who can make good suggestions for us. Let's not be stubborn about it. Let's say, okay, what's the safest thing for me to do here? What's the wisest thing for me to do here? What is the best decision for me to make for myself as well as everyone else? In my sister's case, her little dog was very stressed out. Why is Mommy on the floor in the garage? And she had one blanket out there that she couldn't quite reach, but the dog decided to sit on it so he could stay warm. So even your little dog might abandon you in your hour of need. Let's not be stubborn. Let's be wise. Let's make the changes to our lives that we need to when we need to. It doesn't mean we're any less by doing that. It means we're smart. It means we're taking good care of ourselves. It means we're loving ourselves as well as the people in our life who care about us. And they want to see us safe. They want to see us happy. Let's cooperate. Let's cooperate with them in whatever ways that works for us. That's what I want to say to you today. Maybe meditate on that word, stubborn, and just see if you can't morph that into the word wisdom. Talk to you next time.